and there's a lot.
Let me tell you about Ronda too. Let me tell you about Ronda. Yeah. And everybody talks about Ronda's unbelievable. She is very good at what she does, right? But this is what she does well is she sells the other person's offense too well, but she needs to learn to do like what I call like a layered comeback, where what she does, she's good now. She's good at going from selling into like turn around on offense. But like when you're selling and like you're getting hope spots, you start fighting back, and but while you're still selling, Ronda doesn't really do that yet. Like if she's like she's selling, she's in like straight sell mode until it's time for her to come back. She needs to sell, like fight while you're still selling, and let the person cut you back off again. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of that in her game.
Yeah, but
she'll still learn. But that's what her character, like she sells great, but she kind of doesn't sell as strong for her character as she should, because she should still be selling and fighting back and going for things while she's selling. But she embraces the selling too much, like not too much, but she embraces a lot and does a good job with it.
She took a beating though. She was all marked up from the. What happened, Conan, was they kind of went to a non-finish. Ronda won by disqualification. They played it off like Charlotte couldn't figure her out, so she snapped. She got a kendo stick. She beat her down for a while.
She hit her at least 20 times with the kendo stick.
Yeah, so she was all welted up.
At least, and she was not, bro. She was hitting her everywhere with that kendo stick.
Even the head.
I mean, arms, hands, legs. She was just what it was like. It looked like if she was like shooting on her with the kendo stick.
Yeah,
right.
Like she was literally trying to beat the shit out of her with the kendo stick because she was beating the shit out of her with the kendo stick. And everybody knows this. Okay, that kendo stick hurts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it doesn't feel good, but it's not. It's not like a baseball bat, like a skinny base. It's not like a skinny baseball bat. It's a skinny little thing with multiple pieces of small wood tied to each other, so they kind of like
you can pinch.
It's kind of like smacks you hard.
Yeah,
it cuts you open because when I wrestled Sandman, and there was this game that we used to play like in elementary, and I don't even remember what the fuck it's called, but it was like two people were holding like canes, and they were like on their knees, and you were like jumping in and out of this like game, right? And so I always thought it didn't hurt. And when fucking Sandman hit me the very first time with that, I was like, what the fuck? And then he hit me again, and then he started to open up my skin. And I was like, fuck, this shit is no joke.
Yeah.
I remember that match.
So, I got to get a lot of credit to Ronda because she could, not have done this angle when she wants to do it, probably to show everybody, how much she loves it or how much she belongs or whatever it is, to have taken a brutal attack like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the crowd was kind of chanting against her even after.
Yeah.
So
that was another weird thing. She got booed. Bro, she got beat down. Charlotte put a chair around her. So Charlotte took the chair, okay? Took the seat of the chair, okay? So so the chair is backwards. Okay, Ronda's on the ground. They took the folding metal chair and put the seat of the chair under her neck and put the top back, like the part where your back sits on the chair, laid that over the bottom of her chest by her throat.
Right.
Okay? And then went and kicked the chair, which makes it look like it kind of squished the thing into her chest and throat and like choked her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I think Ronda was she selling internally bleeding? Did she have blood come from the mouth, or was that from a shot earlier?
She took an elbow to the mouth early.
Oh, okay. She took it over. So she had blood in her mouth and selling that chair shot, and then was bleeding from the mouth. It had a very good visual.
Yeah.
So she sells she sells her ass off. Charlotte goes up, and this crowd's the crowd was not booing Charlotte out of the building. Okay, so Ronda is selling it big time. Literally sold this for 5 minutes after the match.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has this look on her face, like she's. I've never seen almost she's ready to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, is that right, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she looked like her facial expression. She was getting ready to cry. So she basically says, "Get away from me, the security. I don't want any help." Basically walks back on her own recognizance, back up the ramp. And as she's walking up the ramp, the crowd starts booing.
Yeah, and thank you, Charlotte.
Bro, it was a perfect spot that if any sensible wrestling fan that watched that would start cheering for Ronda.
Mm-hmm.
You get a Ronda, you get.
So why do you think they did that?
Because they're fucking idiots.
It's this
wrestling fans are just so caught up in creative and the storyline and stuff, instead of like living in the moment of watching the show they're watching and just wanting to ruin it, and they just started booing her.
Now before you,
and I was like, what on earth is they booing? You know?
Now before you answer me, Joe.
Yeah.
Could there still be a part of the audience that has some sort of resentment that Rousey came in and just got pushed to the top?
No, because they like Becky Lynch.
Yep.
That's the thing. These wrestling fans are a bunch of geeks, and they're so petty that they're voicing their thing that they want Becky Lynch to be the man, which that's their thing, stuff, and that they'll literally shit on anything else that WWF tries to do. That's what it comes across to me as.
It's partially the Becky Lynch thing. It's partially what you said, Conan, that she came in from MMA and UFC and got shot to the top. But I just question these fans who somehow all they do is bury Rousey and Brock on Twitter and stuff. Do they think?
And they're fantastic. They're the two best characters they have on their show.
It's the only thing. Like I go out of my way to watch those two, and I just I don't see. Like, do you think the shows would be better without these two, or like that's crazy? I don't know.
No, because they bring an honor nobody else can.
Absolutely.
Bro, Brock, doing the job for Goldberg to get him over in that quick a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, how can you sit there and shit on the guy? He's doing business. Brock, this is the one thing people don't care, okay? People don't realize. Brock Lesnar is in it strictly for the money and will put on a great performance every time. And basically, he's not going to mail it in.
No.
Yeah. I think a lot of the guys resent him because he doesn't hang out with him. He goes home. He complains. He's not a sociable guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because when I met Lesnar, he was very respectful. You know what I'm saying?
Really? How did that go?
Something like, hey, nice to meet you, sir. How you doing? Hey, what's up? How you doing?
He called you sir?
Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, probably heard. Hey, that son of... I heard Conan's the biggest dirtbag, son of a bitch, promoted. The guy's a cocksucker. Hey, did you hear Conan? He's running Tijuana. Oh, really? You got his number? That's why Brock Lesnar was being nice to you, So, in case he wants to work in Mexico someday, right?
Now, the other thing was that... Go ahead.
What were you saying?
I was going to say the other thing is that, of course, after the Nia Jax, Becky Lynch thing, she got booed out of the building, but then she went over. And now they're going to build to Ronda versus Nia, and that's going to be an interesting crowd response now, because if they're turning against Ronda, but they hate Nia way more now because of the shot she gave Becky Lynch, that should be an interesting crowd response next month at TLC.
I saw a picture of that. What was that punch from what show?
It was Monday Night Raw last week.
Last week?
Yeah, she drilled her, dude. It was...
Yeah, I saw the GIF,
Yeah.
Or as our boy would say, GIF.
Mm-hmm.